Japanese culture is among the most popular in modern zeitgeist. Japanese customs, traditions, animation, and way of life have all been exported around the globe. There's even an internet term for Westerners who are obsessed with Japanese culture: weeaboos. There's no doubt that Japanese society is rich with culture, value, art, and heritage. However, like any culture, there are some things outsiders are sure to find peculiar. That's why in today's video, we're going to be breaking down the top 5 weirdest facts about Japan. Number 5, Japan loves bizarre game shows. Many people associate game shows with the United States, but compared to the shows that come out of Japan, they're rather vanilla. Even the craziest of American television can't hold a candle to the absolute insanity that makes up Japanese game shows. One show has its contestants taste testing random objects in the room to discover which one is made out of chocolate. People scramble around a room, biting furniture, art, and other regular household items in the hope that it's made out of candy. The inspiration for the show comes from a Japanese culinary art called sakuri, in which desserts are sculpted into the likeness of real-life items. Another particular strange game show involves a room of sleeping models who have to wake up as cutely as possible to appease a pair of male judges. If they fail, they're deemed morning monsters and have a pie thrown in their face. Perhaps most bizarre of all is a show in which female contestants spin a numbered wheel and then have to endure a machine that spreads their legs. The higher the number, the larger the spread. This show takes a painful twist on the classic Wheel of Fortune by turning it into a wheel of torture. Number 4, sushi is serious business. Perhaps the most recognizable and popular Japanese dish, both inside and outside the country, is sushi. While you might often hear people say, "Let's order Chinese food," you're more likely to hear, "Let's get sushi," than "Let's get Japanese." Well, in Japan, they don't mess around with their sushi. The fish market is one of the most valuable and lauded markets in the country, with some items for prices that would seem insane anywhere else. For example, Kiyoshi Kimura is known as the Tuna King of Japan, and he's the owner and operator of one of the most successful sushi chain restaurants in the country. The wealthy business mogul recently spent a whopping $600,000 on a bluefin tuna that weighed in at nearly 470 pounds. At that price, a single piece of tuna would be about $85. If you think that's insane, it isn't even the most expensive fish the man has bought. Back in 2013, he spent $1.8 million on a single fish. Only in Japan can you find people who have bought fish more expensive than your home. Number 3. There's a village in the Aya Valley on the island of Shikoku in the Tokushima prefecture that now has more doll residents than people. Nogoro is known as the doll village due to the lifelike creations of the artist Tsukimi Anyuno. Anyuno left the village as a child but returned to care for her elderly father, during which time she began creating her famous dolls. She set off a trend that eventually replaced the dwindling human population of the village with dolls, turning the city into a popular tourist destination. As of 2019, only 27 people still live in the village, compared to over 350 dolls. The eerie but beautiful and serene village is a must-see for anyone who ventures out into the Tokushima prefecture. Number 2, the birth rate is declining in Japan because the Japanese have a distaste for sex. This may seem hard to believe since the biological urge to reproduce is one of the driving forces in human nature. However, according to the director of Japan's Family Planning Research Center, the distaste for sex in Japanese culture is contributing to declines in birth rates. Their research on the subject found that nearly half of married couples have sex at a rate of less than once per month. Nearly a third of young men avoid sex for fear of rejection, with 60% of women in their mid to late 20s remaining single. Another contributing factor is cultural views on child rearing out of wedlock. Marriage is viewed as a requirement for having kids, with only 2% of Japanese children being born out of wedlock. These views on sex might seem old-fashioned compared to Westerners, as sex has become much more mainstream in the modern era. Number 1, Japan has a yearly festival of the steel phallus. Every spring, in the Shinto tradition, there is a celebration known as the Kanamara Matsuri. This translates as the Festival of the Steel Phallus, taking place at the Kanayama Shrine. Traditionally, it retold the legend of the defeat of a sex demon that tortured a young woman from inside her vagina. How did they defeat this demon? Well, as the name suggests, with a giant metal penis, of course. Many prostitutes would visit the shrine to pray for protection against the venereal disease. Nowadays, the festival is conducted as a fundraiser for research in treatment of HIV. What do you guys think of our list? Which do you find the most surprising? Are there other facts about Japan we didn't include that you thought we should have? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit like and subscribe to see similar content in the future. Thanks for watching.